A common question that I get from potential buyers, either here in San Diego or looking to relocate to San Diego, is what does an $800,000 budget actually get you in San Diego? The answer to that question, like a lot of things, is that it depends. It depends completely on where you are looking. San Diego pricing can vary greatly depending on what area or neighborhood you're looking in. This is a very general statement, but the farther inland and away from the coast you go, the more affordable it gets. Of course, there's always exceptions. If we haven't met, my name is Scott. I'm a San Diego realtor, helping buyers and relocating clients navigate the ins and outs of the San Diego real estate market. Today, I'm going to show you what an $800,000 budget realistically looks like in different parts of San Diego. $800,000 is a very workable budget for San Diego. Just be aware that at this price point, you will probably have some trade-offs. Unfortunately, you won't be able to afford a 5-bedroom home on the coast of La Jolla overlooking the ocean. That would be nice, but you will have plenty of workable options. One of the trade-offs may be the size of the home. You're not going to get tons of square footage. Another trade-off could be the location. Like I referenced a minute ago, farther from the ocean, generally more affordable. A third trade-off might be the condition of the home, and if you're willing to buy something that isn't completely turnkey. Depending on your budget and what you prioritize, I can usually work around these three things and find you a great property. My goal here is to provide clarity, not hype. Our first neighborhood that we're going to talk about today is if you are looking for more space and a more suburban feel. If you want a detached single-family home with a yard and 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, my recommendation is to look in Escondido. You'll be in the 1,200 to 1,600 square foot range, with a lot of the homes being built anywhere between the 1960s and the 1980s. Some of the pros of going this route is that you get your own yard. Also parking. You'll generally have a garage and a driveway and be in a more suburban neighborhood where street parking is more readily available. Lastly, it's more family friendly. In terms of cons, the big one is going to be the commute. It's about 30 miles north of downtown San Diego. This obviously depends on where you are working. If you're up in Escondido, San Marcos, Rancho Bernardo, or even Poway, your commute won't be that bad. If you're in downtown, Coronado, Chula Vista, be prepared for a bit of a drive. I would recommend Escondido to families or anyone prioritizing space over location. Our second neighborhood I'm calling Central San Diego. If you don't want to be all the way up in Escondido and you're looking to be closer to downtown and in a more convenient location, my recommendation is either Serra Mesa or Tierra Santa. Most likely, you're looking at a townhome or a condo if you want to stay under $800,000. You might be able to find a single family home, but it will probably be pretty small and need a lot of work. The pros of being in Serra Mesa or Tierra Santa is that you're much more centrally located and will have a short drive to most places. Also, you have more freeway options depending on which way you want to go. The con of Escondido was the commute, and that's one of the pros here. Again, depending on where your job is located, this could change, but in general, with a more central location, you're probably going to have a shorter commute. Another benefit is lifestyle convenience. You'll be closer to downtown, more restaurants, and the beach, and all the other fun stuff that you want to take advantage of because you live here in San Diego. The cons are going to be less space with a smaller square footage home, and you'll probably have an HOA fee. I would recommend this area to professionals, first-time home buyers, or anyone who's moving to San Diego for the first time. The third and final neighborhood is if you want to live close to the coast. It is San Diego after all, and when you can go to the beach 12 months a year, you might as well live close and take advantage. If this sounds like what you're looking for, I'd recommend Mission Beach or Pacific Beach. You're definitely going to be looking at a condo or a townhome here if you want to stay under $800,000. Either 1 or 2 bedrooms and probably 700 to 1,000 square feet. Pro number 1 is obviously the beach. You're going to be very close to the coast, and you can enjoy the amazing San Diego weather with your feet in the sand every day. The second pro is going to be strong demand. People always want to live closer to the coast, and real estate values typically are very strong. Cons, like the last one, is smaller space and an HOA. But the big con here, though, is really parking. Mission Beach and Pacific Beach can get very busy, especially during the summer months. And finding street parking, if your house doesn't come with parking, can be challenging. You're buying lifestyle more than square footage here. I'd recommend this to anyone that needs more beach in their life. Let's quickly talk about what a lot of buyers don't expect. HOA costs can change your affordability. If you're right at your max budget, depending on how much the HOA fee is, that could push you over. So just keep that in mind and make sure you're factoring that in when reviewing your monthly payments. Second, commute trade-offs matter more than you think. I talk to a lot of buyers who are moving because they want to be closer to their job. Make sure you're factoring in your commute time and if you're going to be okay with that for the long term. Third, 2 homes at $800,000 can feel completely different, even if the 2 homes have the same square footage. How they're laid out can make them feel bigger or smaller. In my opinion, the $800,000 budget is really good if you're a long-term buyer, you're flexible on the layout or the size that you want, and you're choosing based more on lifestyle. I would not recommend buying in this range if you have more of a luxury or high-end expectation, if you're a large family and you need space, or if you have short-term plans. If you're thinking about buying or relocating to San Diego and you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or reach out to me directly. I'm happy to walk through what your budget looks like by neighborhood. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. If this was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.